A senior cabinet minister has hinted that Theresa May could back down on her attempt to fix the date of Brexit as the 29th of March 2019 in the face of a serious Conservative revolt. David Lidington, the Justice Secretary, said the Prime Minister was listening to suggestions from her colleagues when asked whether the exit date amendment could be withdrawn in the face of opposition. Up to 20 Conservative MPs, including former cabinet ministers Dominic, Grieve and Nicky, are unhappy with No 10's unexpected amendment to the EU witrawn bill that sets the point of Brexit at 11 p.m. on the 29th of March 2019. One of their main concerns is that this would give Downing Street no flexibility to extend Article 50 if Parliament has not passed an act approving the withdrawal agreement by then. In the face of warnings that the government will lose any vote on the issue, Lidington gave the strongest signal so far that the government was mulling a concession, as he spoke at a lunch for journalists in the House of Commons. Asked whether the exit date amendment could be withdrawn, he said, "It's hypothetical, but as the PM said, various constructive suggestions have been made during the committee debates about how the bill might be improved, and obviously we will listen to ideas coming from colleagues across the House during the bill's progress in both the Commons and Lords." All that clause was designed to do was clarify and put beyond a doubt what is already inherent in the wording of Article 50. Article 50 says that after 2 years of the date of notification, unless there is a withdrawal, the treaty cease to apply to the country that is leaving. Ministers have struck a more conciliatory tone towards the rebels since 15 of them were branded mutineers on the front page of the Telegraph this week for indicating they would vote against the amendment. One of the Conservative rebels, he was confident there would be a compromise as the government would almost certainly lose if it put the amendment to a vote, since more than 15 MPs were prepared to defy the whip. But he said the heat of the dispute had reduced since the first day of debate on the EU withdrawal bill earlier in the week, as the government had signalled it was open to discussion on the issue of the exit date. One possible solution was for the government to fix the date but make clear it would try to extend Article 50 if an Act of Parliament approving the withdrawal agreement was not passed in time for that date. A White House source said the government was trying to think of a way of watering down its amendment without taking out its reference to 11 p.m. on the 29th of March 2019. The Conservative MPs opposing the exit date amendment appear to have hardened their resolve since receiving abuse about their stance from some Brexit supporters following the Telegraph article. Bob Neill, a Tory MP and former minister, wrote in The Guardian on Thursday, "The Telegraph's front page on Wednesday branded me, along with 14 of my Conservative colleagues, a Brexit mutineer. No matter how much they seek to strong-arm politicians, business leaders and the judiciary to conform to their narrow ideological agenda, this sort of journalistic activism, dressed up as speaking for the will of the people, will be called out for what it is: complete rubbish."